All right, it's District 2 Sports Podcast, and we're back with a live show. It's the fellas, Gregory, Devin, and Big G. Guys, how's it going tonight?
Go ahead.
What are you
He's
celebrating?
Again, I'm just excited to do the show with my dad and my brother. I mean,
oh my gosh.
I think he's excited about that win last night. So I think he is that he went to sleep with 11 minutes left to go in the game, and Carolina was down by a few points, and then he wakes up and don't even know they won.
That was a great surprise this morning. I was shocked. A 3-point win. I was fully expecting to lose that game last night.
It was. I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I know we got other things to talk about. We'll get this out of the way. But last year and 2 years ago, we'd never win that ball game last night. Never. And I'm gonna tell you, Dixon is not a typical freshman. The kid, they even interviewed him after the game on SportsCenter. The kid's he's phenomenal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a 30-point scorer by no means, but the guy, he knows what he's doing out there on the floor. So, I mean, I'm not sending notice or anything, but Keon might be in a little trouble out there at point guard. Who knows?
In the Gators, go and get a win, right? I mean,
wow,
right?
So we're starting on the top. All right, we'll start from the top. That's fine. That's totally fine with me. Listen, I didn't think Florida had a chance last night. We're down by 15. I was like, that's what I expected. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. But hey, this team battled back in the second half. Even went up by 1 point there under a minute left. And then I don't know what happens on the double team there. Cloudshard leaves, what y'all's guy's name from, oh my God, I can't think of his name.
What? Y'all's guy?
Yeah, he thought about going to Carolina, but he went to Duke. I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
If he don't go to Carolina, it don't matter.
Anyways, the guy who made the three, who is more than capable of hitting the three, is just left wide open. And of course, he hits it. So, didn't understand that. I got into a little argument, not a little argument, but like just a thing on Twitter. I was like, why is Urban Clapshar, who is, all 5 foot, I kept him saying 5'8". I know he's taller than 5'8", but why is he helping double team Boozer with Chinyelu out there? And he just completely leaves. I can't think of the guy's name who hit the 3-pointer, but he completely leaves him. Evans. Why? And someone was like, the double team is smart. I was like, but it's Boozer out there. It's not like there was like a shooting guard or some kind of guard out there on the top of the key. They're like, it's Boozer out there. If you're trying to slow him down to the hole, I guess maybe, but if he gets to the hole, it's still 2 points and the game's tied. So now you're doubling and you're leaving a guy wide open who can more than not hit the 3-pointer to win the game, and that happens. I was like, I just don't understand that. What the point of that was,
man.
But Florida's got to be the best 5-3 team in the country, though.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And got to play UConn next week too, right? I mean,
yeah, it's about to be the best 5-4 team.
But yeah, I think you said it best last night. I think y'all got fleeced a little bit with and Boogie had a good game last night, but
he's starting to come on. I'll give him that.
Xavier Lee is just not. He's just not cut out for SEC ball. It's just what it feels like.
I remember when we were all going at it when he was visiting Carolina and Florida. I was like, oh no, we got him, y'all got him, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what? I wish I would have got him. I feel bad now.
I hope Roger's not listening tonight, but I still think the Houck call was not a call. It was not a call. I think, my opinion, that's a no call, in my opinion. I mean, there's nothing flagrant about it whatsoever. What's this guy, Ngangu, or whatever his name is? He's jumping up to block the shot. You didn't see Houck never threw an elbow. He was just coming through the lane. It was just a basketball play. Yeah. I'm sorry, Roger, I'm just saying, if you're listening, I think it's a no call. I don't think it deserved any technical whatsoever.
I didn't see it, but supposedly there was a really egregious goaltend by Duke, or like the ball hit off the backboard and they blocked it off after backboard or whatever. So I didn't see it, but they said it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I might have lost my trip to one of the games with Roger now, but
I'm definitely lost it.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna try to go to the Georgetown game Sunday. I'm gonna try to play hooky, and I'm starting to feel a little sick for the Christmas parade Sunday right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. It's a 5 o'clock parade.
Georgetown's playing who?
Carolina.
Oh, really? At Carolina?
In Chapel Hill, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, It's cough, man. I'm gonna
I'm
tell you,
happy for you too.
I might need to stay in bed Sunday.
Carolina's looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, I just think it's just a totally different team. I'm gonna tell you, he was getting a lot of likes and a lot of views and a lot of looks. I'm gonna butcher his name, but I think it's Vasar. I mean, the kid can play, and I've told many people, might not be the most talented guy on the court, but you can't. One thing you can't do, you can't teach 7 foot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he come down in the second half. I don't know, maybe 7-8 minutes left, and then went to the he got the ball on the let's see, that would be the left block, and went up over top of whatever. I don't know if it was Moreno or the other guy, but anyway, he went up strong, laid it off the board for and one, and he come out flex, and I'm gonna tell you, the dude can play. He led the team with 17 and 10 last night. Caleb had an off night shooting, but he still had I think 15 and 12. So like I said, if anybody says, "Oh, Kentucky had this person hurt and this person hurt," that's fine. We had somebody hurt too, so it all comes out in the wash.
Well, guys, you want to start with let's start with us at our individual games of region championships. How about that? So we get into the brackets first.
What would be nice tonight? I just wish that we had a coach out there that's still in the playoffs that we could somehow get a link to, and they would join us. You know what I mean? And talk a little bit about. But anyway, yeah. Who's gonna lead it off?
I think Devin should go first. I think he was at the LCA and Heritage game. Devin, why don't you lead off? What was it like? What was the experience like there?
It was cold first and foremost. I mean, I think all of us were freezing our tails off, but freezing cold. Great turnout. From all the highlights I've seen of like Heritage football games, it typically seems like at least the away side is totally empty just because how big City Stadium is, and it's definitely a big stadium. But good turnout on both sides. Both crowds were fired up, ready. I'll say this: it almost felt like in a game that ends in regulation 7-7. It seemed like it was pretty dominant by LCA. I'll say that. I mean, they held the ball, they controlled the ball, they started I don't know how many drives on the Heritage side of the field, and they just it was a combination of, I think LCA just could not capitalize on good field position, and I think Heritage's defense is just very feisty. They definitely had the size in the trenches to compete with LCA, but yeah, it's just another, just kind of like that win LCA had at JF earlier this season, where they were able to make, the quarterback uncomfortable. He just seemed like he could not get anything going in the passing game. Their best offense of the night, I was kind of telling y'all about it, was just, letting Slash try to run it up the middle, and they just couldn't get anything going until the fourth quarter, I believe. But it was a good game. It was a great game that went into overtime, and it sucked to see those Heritage kids how they took that loss and everything. You could tell that they really wanted that. But for LCA to be labeled as a 6th seed and come back and win the region, and now they got to go to Kettle Run, where we think they could also steal a win there. What a story for those guys.
I mean, how was the crowd? Like, it was about even?
I would say so. Yeah, about. I would say, it almost seemed like, and it might have just been the flow of the game, but LCA fans were definitely a little bit more rowdy, it seemed like. But the Heritage fans, the whole game, they just could not get anything going on offense. They had so many stops on defense, they just couldn't get it going. And then once it got to the fourth quarter, I think there was a turnover on a muff punt, and that's when the Heritage crowd finally got into it. And honestly, it seemed like all the momentum was on the Heritage side. I thought they were going to pull one out there, but LCA winds up staying strong. So it's a great game.
People were looking for you after the game too. They said, "Where's Devin at? Where's Devin?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm still here in Glenver."
I felt terrible. I felt terrible because I was just freezing my tail off. I had to get to the car ASAP, man. I had to get back in some heat.
Big G, go ahead.
Who picked that game?
I think we all did.
I think somebody picked LCA last week, didn't it?
I did want to. Was that me?
No, it was neither one of you two. It was the one down here in the bottom.
Yeah, I did want to share that this was pretty cool. I saw Devin sent me this too. It's like, it's for the game.
Wow.
That was quite the moment there too. That was like, I was like, man, we're gonna have a battle tonight. When I saw those Heritage guys come out, because LCA was fired up, and you could tell once Heritage started coming out of the locker room, they all started jawing at each other. It was great. You could tell definitely a battle that LCA wanted revenge for.
Does it seem like we've lost some listeners?
Wow, what's that?
Does it seem like we've lost some participants for tonight's episode?
Oh, it seems like we're missing a lot. I mean, GW lost.
I know it. I mean,
lost.
No, people that are usually involved, they just, I haven't heard from Mr. Taylor in a while. I mean,
wow. Are you calling him out? Or are you just saying?
No, I'm just saying I hadn't heard from him. I'm just saying it. I hate to see people lose and not be interested in them more. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
yeah, I think people are still mad at me for picking Hermitage over PH.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Devin, you shouldn't feel so bad, because let me tell you something. Big G ate a lot of crow Friday night. I mean, I had plates of crow Friday night. Plates of crow. But you know what? I wasn't afraid to own up to it. If y'all saw every one of my interviews after the game, I fessed up to it and admittedly said that, I predicted the score. I think I said 42-21 GW. All right, there you go. We got somebody. There we go. But let me tell you something. Devin, you've hit the nail on the head. If anybody could match up offensive and defensive line with GW, it was definitely Jefferson Forrest. Definitely Jefferson Forrest. And listen, before the game, I was able to meet Coach Cruz. That's the first time I'd met him. Super guy. I mean, and I try to, every time I go to a game, I ask the coaches, my question is actually, what's it going to take to win tonight? So I asked Coach Cruz, I said, what do y'all got to do? And he's just basically, control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. Sounds easier said than done, but that team did that. And then, I asked him about Thax being out of the game. Well, how much does that affect his team? And, he admittedly said that Thax being out of that game it's hard on a team. It's very hard on that team, because he's a integral part of that team. And, not only his voice in the huddle, he's that big in there. So, but he said also, it's next man up, man. We can't, wait for other people to get healthy and then, try to play a game. By the way, Thax has got to have surgery. He ripped every ligament and whatever in his knee, and he's riding one of those little bikes across the field. So he's out indefinitely. I think he said he's trying to get his surgery scheduled up after the first of the year. I think maybe. I think he's going to try to ride it out for the duration of the playoffs. Getting back to my story, though, I also asked Coach Cruz, what about these podcasters that, have predicted a GW win? Does that, provide bulletin board material, specifically from the District 2 Sports Podcast? And he said, we hear things and we just don't pay a lot of attention to it. Some of the guys listen, but, we try not to let them, get caught up in it. But admittedly, by Mr. Rowland, there was some bulletin board material not provided by us, thank you, Jesus, but by another podcaster who said that your offensive or your defensive line and your offensive line can be quick, fast, and big, but it's not going to help when you're laying on the ground. So those offensive and defensive lines for Jefferson Forrest took that to heart, and they basically put it on their waistbands, on their pants, and used that as motivation all night. They controlled the entire game. What Peyton? Can't think of the quarterback's name. Peyton
Jackson.
Jackson. He didn't have to do but so much, but he controlled the entire football game. He made all his reads, And I'll tell you, Xander Coleman, he ran all over GW, and it was not over top of GW or through GW. It was around GW. GW could not contain the outside pitch play. They just couldn't get outside. It was almost like they were rushing up the field instead of letting their linebackers roam and get outside. It was basically three hats for Jefferson Forrest on one guy in the defensive backfield that was keeping him from scoring every time. I mean, I had him down for almost 200 yards rushing, and he scored on. I think he had 3 touchdowns. One was 74, another was 24, and a couple of another shorty, but dude run all over the place. I talked to Landon. Oh my God, I'm gonna blow it now. So I can't think of his last name now. The defensive lineman for them. Oh man, I don't want to butcher this. Let me get to it. Number 54. Anybody?
Oh, Devin. I think Devin had that name right. Didn't Devin know?
It was Hamilton or
Hamilton. That's it. It's Logan Hamilton. He was my defensive player of the game, and Logan is a junior. He will be back again next year, but I'm gonna tell you, he wreaked havoc. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jackson. He wreaked havoc all night long, and I know he had 2 huge sacks that basically the last sack was in the mid third quarter when GW kind of got. I thought maybe they might get back into the game at 27-6, and he had a huge sack. And when he got the sack, that pretty much wrote GW off. And I think you guys, huh?
I mean, it's 49-7. That's just insane to me. I did not. I mean, we talked about it last week. We were talking about the line play. I thought that GW's line play was. I think they had bigger players. And they would I think you said something like they would lean on them, throughout the whole game. But I did say that JF had an athletic line. I think they were quick. It was just a matter of could they get around those big guys, and I guess they did. I mean, you said they scored. Did GW score on their first possession? And after that, it was nothing.
No. The game starts out with a diagonal kickoff from GW to Jefferson Forrest, and it's diagonal to the sideline. And I believe it was. I might blow this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I thought it was either Coleman or Cam Fox. I think that catches the kickoff and just. Dude, he don't have to avoid anybody. He runs straight up the field. Nobody touches him, and he scores a touchdown. So, I mean, nobody put a hand on him. So it's a doozy, but it never got into the game.
So, Gregory, what did
anybody in the green room?
We do have a Mr. Kevin in the green room here.
Can we see who that might be?
Me and Gregory are sitting here. Gregory's sitting there. We have a group chat. There's a Kevin in the way. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like freaking out.
I am so sorry. He does these things to me. I have no clue what's going on. And I see Kevin here. I said, who is Kevin? I was like, did someone share this link with somebody? So, Mr. Clifford.
Yes, I did.
My wife is watching the show and she's going, why are you looking down at your phone?
There he is.
I'm not. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, Coach. I can't thank you enough for doing this, Coach. I just let them know right now that they had no clue until he saw Kevin on in the green room. So I'm glad that this worked out this way.
Well, I'd have been on earlier, but I have to admit I fell asleep.
You're good.
I fell asleep watching. I don't even know what I was watching. I just got home, ate, and whenever I sit in my chair, I'm usually out in 2 minutes. So sorry, I apologize, and thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Well, Jake, thank you for joining
I think Gregory had something. Yeah, I think Gregory had something he needed to say to you, by the way, and I think he was going to share it with all of us that are listening, Coach. But I especially wanted you on here tonight because I think he had something to say to a lot of us that maybe I have been preaching all year. Because I sent you a text earlier or sent you an email earlier that I have said number 1 player in the state, number 1 coach in the state, #1 team in the state, Glenver. So I just wanted to let you know that that's what I've been preaching all year. And he finally makes it to a game Friday night. He said he couldn't get close to you, but I'll let him say his piece now.
Wow, I mean, this is what he did to me. I see it now. So, Coach, I was at the game. I came up from Florida. You know, I froze my butt off there, but I stayed the whole game. Talked to Trey and Ranger after the game. Gave them some shirts. They were my players of the game. What I was telling these two is that Glenver is a very good football team, and they have what it takes to win it all. They still have to play the games in front of them. That's all I was saying. But yeah, you guys are very good. Brody, he is a monster back there at the quarterback. He can sling it. I don't know why he's not playing quarterback in college. I wish he would. Has a great arm. Trey Doyot played a great cornerback, had a great interception, had 2 receiving touchdowns. Ranger made plays all over the place on defense. I think he had 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns as well. Just a total team effort. Y'all just completely shut down Gretna on Friday.
Well, I mean, thanks first of all for being there and for doing the podcast. I think I mentioned this earlier back in the summer whenever I was on last, but you know, high school sports in our area really don't get enough coverage. I mean, the paper's pretty much non-existent anymore. Matt Case does a real good job, as good as he can for the Roanoke Times. But yeah, we're really fortunate. Our kids played hard and are competitive, and Coach Miller and his team, you know, had a great year. They're very competitive. They're athletic. Ray Sean is a heck of a quarterback. You know, we were just fortunate to come out of there and with a win. I think our kids knew it was at stake, and yeah, Brody's a special kid. He signed this morning with Charlotte. We had a signing this afternoon, but at school. But yeah, we're just really blessed and fortunate and excited to be playing this Saturday.
Yeah, I just felt like y'all's defense just really stood up. I mean, Hanks, like I said, Swanson, Brody had played on the line. He had some couple sacks too. I think y'all just were very athletic. It's more athletic than I thought you guys were on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I mean, we lost one of our DNs, broke his leg the previous week, which is a really good football player. And Hanks is a backer, so it kind of been our when Brody went down, we moved him to end. We did that earlier in the year anyway, but yeah, he really played well. I mean, Brody's Brody. But yeah, and I tell our coaches, it's hard to win at any level, and it's hard to win at this time of the year. And I just feel like, we do this. I was asked today by a college coach that came to visit some of our kids. He said, what do you do? How do you prepare this week? And I'm like, Coach, you've been coaching as long as I have. You don't change. You're consistent and work on the same things you work on every day. And I don't think you ever get too high or too low for any game. I kind of feel like this game is no different than any game this Saturday. And that sounds kind of silly, but it's just a football game at the end of the day. And you just do your best and prepare the kids as best you can.
Coach, while we're live, I have refused basically to say a certain team's name, and you will play them this weekend, due to the fact of what everything is in the newspapers, what's in the media, what's on TV, you name it. But how do you keep your kids focused and not paying attention to all this junk?
Well, I mean, I've always told our kids, the only thing that matters is how you perform, and your performance is directly related to your preparation. So if you look past a rep, you're not going to be good. I mean, so we really I just try to hit it every day, hit it home or hit it hard every day with the kids. Just one thing at a time, one step at a time, one rep at a time. And as far as Union's concerned, I mean, we've played them twice in the playoffs. Of course, we haven't played them in 10 years, since 2015, down at Bullet Park. And the situation's really unfortunate. I'm friends with Coach Turner. When we coached in the state All-Star game together 11 years ago, I would call him periodically or he'd contact me. Yeah, it's sad. It's just a sad sad situation, really, for his family. I feel, heartsick for his wife and kids, and certainly for his team, because they don't deserve to deal with all this garbage. But we all fall short, and it's easy to sit on one side of the fence and pass judgment and point fingers and be judgmental. And I think at a time like this, you keep people in your thoughts and prayers, and I think that's the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, we're just talking about a football game. We're talking about people's lives here, that trumps and is much more important than a silly game in the big scheme of things.
Coach, the game's on a Saturday. Do you prepare any different? Like, are you guys going down Friday afternoon or Friday night? Or are you going down Saturday morning early? Or how do you prepare for something like that?
We haven't played a Saturday game since last semifinals last year, but not really. I mean, we're going to prep the same way. We're going to go down Saturday morning. It's a little over 3 hours. I mean, we could. I'm a firm believer. I was a head wrestling coach for a long time, and we'd, go to tournaments. And when you don't sleep in your own bed, you never sleep the same. And if you've ever run, y'all been around high school kids, Lord knows you're taping doors and you're not getting sleep, aren't sleeping, and it's not like collegiately where you're used to that routine. But to me, again, I just don't think you make a mountain out of a molehill. It's a football game. Their field's gonna be the same dimensions as ours, and the game's 48 minutes, and you focus on what happens between the white lines.
Coach, before we let you go, I want to know something. And I try to ask everybody, each coach, when I get a moment with them before each game, what wins it for Glenver? What puts you in the state championship the following weekend? What do you have to do this weekend to get there?
Well, I mean, we're going to have to play clean like every week. I think that's vital. Limit our mistakes, play hard for 48 minutes, and absorb their punches, because we're going to get hit a few times. They're real physical. They're big. Make plays, when they present themselves, and play together, kind of the same thing we talk about every week. I think you got to win the 4 major categories, at least my 4 major categories. And that's number 1, turnovers, and then penalties. Third down, percentage is huge, and then field position in high school. So if we can win those 4 things, or 3 of those 4 things, we'll be in the thick of the fight. And then it'll just come down to, who can make the most plays. And so they present a lot of problems for us defensively. They're big and they're physical, and we're not big, we're little. But our kids are tough and resilient. I mean, they could score 50 on us, but we've only given up 50 in 13 games. So, we'll see. It's a challenge. It's going to be a fun one for sure.
Well, Coach, go with you guys on Saturday. I know you got watch out for Cam Bostic and Keith Chandler and a few other guys there at Union, but I think you guys have some dogs on that side of the ball too. So go with you guys on Saturday.
Well, thanks so much, and again, thanks. Sorry I was late, but thanks for.
They never knew you was coming, so you weren't late. You were right on time. So
well, I appreciate you guys and what you guys do, and like I said earlier, it's makes it exciting for the kids, the fans, and it's, if you've never been down there, it's a really cool environment. Like I told our kids tonight, when we were done, I love football. I mean, and I love being around other people that love football. So Southwest Virginia is steeped, and especially there in Big Stone Gap between Powell Valley, Coach Phil Robbins, and then Coach Tom Turner, Travis's dad. They won, combined 14 team state titles. So they love football down there. So, and I've been, I'm a Florida guy, and I'm a traditionalist. In Florida, it's funny because coaching in Miami, we'd play, when I was at Miami Norland, would play, Northwestern or Carroll City, and we get 10,000 people there. And you get some of those big games like the Soul Bowl, when it used to be at the Orange Bowl. But I think football fans up here are even more rabid. And, it in some areas, like, it's kind of a throwback. Now, Texas is the craziest, but Georgia's really good. But they're just really cool fans. It's really interesting. It'll be fun.
Coach, did you say you're a Florida Gator fan? Is that what I heard?
No, yeah. I look, I went on a recruiting trip there my senior year in '84, and I'm like, they took one look at me and said, "Hey, thanks for coming." And yeah, and back when they had when I think Galen Hall had just gotten a job, but yeah, I grew up outside of Orlando, and hopefully they'll get their program turned around. But
hey, Coach, if you got 1 minute, if we can ask you about Brody, I know he said he just committed to or just signed with Charlotte. I mean, from what we've understood, he's gonna be a tight end at the next level. But what do you project him doing next year?
no, I think he's going in January, so now he's going to play quarterback. I mean, they
Nice.
may put a package in for him. I'm really, I'm disappointed that other people in our state didn't recruit him. I mean, you got a kid that if you've seen him play DN, which you did, he's a heck of a DN. Like he can play multiple positions. He can play tight end. He can punt. Like he'll be the all-state punter again. He was last year, so he can punt. UVA had offered him a kind of out of their collective a financial deal, but it wasn't a full. They would have paid. It would have been a full scholarship, but it wasn't an athletic scholarship. So how other teams in our state didn't recruit him, and I get it. We're 2A. We're from Southwest Virginia, but the kid's a football player. So I'm disappointed that these schools didn't recruit him. I think I have a good opinion on football talent. I've been around a lot of football talent, and there's no doubt in my mind he can play at a high level. But it got at a different plan, and Charlotte's been loyal to him, and he's loyal to Charlotte, and I think he's going to get on the field next year for him and help their program.
Well, Coach, tell Brody tomorrow that we're still working on the Head and Shoulders NIL deal for him down in Charlotte. So we still got it going on, and if he gets a chance, we'd love to hear from him too. But like I said, I can't thank you enough. This was like a Christmas gift from me. So I appreciate you. Appreciate you delivering it for me.
I don't have my muck boots on. Let's keep it.
So anyway, well, thank you for joining us, Coach, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks in the state championship game. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks again, gentlemen.
Thanks,
and
Coach.
If I don't speak to you all, a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Thanks, Coach. You too. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Coach. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
That's awesome.
Man, that was cool, wasn't it?
Wow. Yeah. What a surprise. I mean, Kevin just waiting I'm like freaking out.
I mean,
I just got our link and
didn't say anything. I'm sitting there
I worked on this all day long. And then, if you remember, I said, can you please send me that link again, Gregory? Do you remember getting that email? That text message a little while ago?
Yeah.
That was specifically to forward to him. So I asked if he and Brody could join us and, do a little surprise visit. And he said he didn't think Brody would be able to make it just because he'd been through so much today with the signing and everything. But he would forward it to him and let him know that we were interested. And but he said, I'll make it. So I'm just glad he got on here. I think it was great.
I know you didn't. It wasn't for you. It was for me, and that's what it was about the whole time.
I won't want to do that to you.
It was on purpose. Wow. You made me out to be the bad guy with this Glenver.
No, I sent the emails. You need to read my emails. I just told him, I said, this will be a great surprise for the boys. I don't want them knowing anything until you get to the green room. So I did. I didn't say anything about it. I said, I've been predicting, my 3 statements: number 1 player in the state, number 1 coach in the state, number 1 team in the state. So I just told him that. So I'm just glad he got on here. It was great.
That was good. That was awesome. I love it. I was like, I just didn't know who Kevin was. There's like no Kevin Clifford or Coach Clifford. I said, who is Kevin? And I was like, I'll have to send him a message or kick him out or something like that. I didn't know what's going on. Man. But yeah, I was at the game. Obviously, I was at the game at Glenver there. It was freezing cold there. I mean, I think it was probably way colder than it was there in Danville or Lynchburg. I mean, at halftime, I had to go sit in the bathroom with the warm pee and like kind of warm up. Kind of sit there. I mean, it was awful.
Wow, this might be going to rated R here. We're going to have to get parental guidance there. Hey, before you go any further, Greg, what happened to the Hankses? As soon as Coach Clifford shows up, he takes off, doesn't he? He wasn't supposed to be up this late? Is that what it is? He got a bed check?
Yeah, where is he? Kenny Hanks?
Oh, there he is.
I talked to his son after the game. I mean, his son was really cool. Like, we're just talking about next week and all that good stuff, and they're waiting to see if they're gonna play Ridgeview or Union. They're hoping to play Ridgeview, so play Ridgeview so they can host them, but they had to go down there to Union now. But hey, He's here. Get Mr. Hanks here.
It is.
It was. I mean, I bet Mr. Hanks did the same thing. I bet he went to the bathroom too to hang out in there. I mean, it was the only warm place in the whole stadium.
So that's where the steam was coming out of.
Oh yeah, I was hanging out with the Gretna fans. We were all just kind of like, what is going on here? I mean, I'm sure the Glenver fans are probably used to it, but me and the Gretna fans were not. But no, it was a good show. Good showing by Glenver. They had a great crowd there. Like the band walking in at the beginning of the game, playing some music there on the track and everything. But it just, I mean, when I first got there, I think I texted you guys. I said, "Uh-oh, I think this might be a blowout." Like kind of like everyone was saying already, but just the way Glenver warmed up. I mean, they seem very professional, like almost like a college team almost. So I'm sure that Clifford has been around a lot of college coaches or part of a lot of college warm ups, practice, whatever games. But they warmed up very professionally. I was like, "Uh-oh, here we go." And sure enough, I mean, maybe the first couple of drives, it was pretty even there. No one scored, but once they got going, It was no stopping Glenver. I mean, Brody was a man. They couldn't get him down. He's throwing rockets everywhere, bullets everywhere. Trey Doy, I got a picture of Trey playing cornerback. Seemed like Rayshawn Logan had a wide open guy down the sideline for a fade, maybe for a touchdown, it seemed like. But Trey just kind of backed up into coverage and dropped down and then kind of just took it, high pointed the ball and intercepted the ball. And I think the very next play, maybe he got like a touchdown from Brody. But there's Mr. Hanks. Yeah, they dominated. I mean, they really dominated. Ranger Swanson, he was all over the place running the ball, a couple of touchdowns, making tackles, linebacker on the other side of the ball. Hanks, his son was out there making plays. I mean, everyone made plays. I mean, you just couldn't single out a single person. It was kids everywhere just doing things. And like I said, I think Union has a lot on their hands come Saturday. I still think Bostic and Chandler will have their own or do their own thing and do pretty good. But man, Glenver has a lot more weapons than I thought they did. That's for sure.
Mm.
Well, the thing is, I gotta agree with Coach Clifford that when you got a player the caliber of Brody, I don't care what level he plays on. I'm very disappointed in. I mean, not only the big schools such as Virginia and Virginia Tech, but hey, what about JMU? I mean, where are they at? I mean,
ODU.
ODU. Yeah, where are they at? I mean, I'm not saying he's going to make somebody, the number one team in the country. I will never say that. I mean, you don't know what he's going to face when he gets on a college campus. I mean, who knows? I mean, but he's going to have time to grow. And maybe if he sticks around, I mean, he could somehow, bring one of those programs out of not necessarily the doldrums. They play pretty good high caliber football, but he could put them on the map. And I just don't understand it. I just really don't understand that those three teams, JMU, ODU.
Ooh,
Mm-mm.
That's not good.
Matt, don't do this to me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a Union defender, but I've been a Union guy, a lot of the season. Not that I'm against Glenver. I mean, I'm sure we have a lot of Glenver fans listening now, but I'm not against Glenver. I had Union in my top 10 first, and
well, hey, Coach Clifford he recognized the fact of Southwest football. I mean, he not bring that to the forefront with how well the people support, and I think the nuance of being on some of these in some of these stadiums that are packed, with folks at a football game. I think he recognizes excellence, I guess you want to say, on the front. And
I think for Saturday, I think looking at seeing Glimmer now, like as far as like the cornerbacks, the linebackers, the running backs, Brody playing defensive line and being quarterback. I haven't seen Union play in person. I can't say anything about their talent, but I just think that Glenver has a lot more there than I thought they did, and I'm hoping that might be. I'm not saying canceled out, but with Union's home field advantage there, I mean they're gonna have a ruckus crowd there on Saturday. Everyone's gonna be there. It's just a special place there, Bullet Park, from what I've heard from. If you read any of Matt's articles or his write-ups, I mean it's a really cool place. So it's gonna be a good atmosphere. I want to say this might be the state championship game there for the state semifinal game, but I don't want to downplay Poquoson and Strasburg, but it's gonna be interesting. I did want to bring up the brackets too. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
You know who I'm pulling for?
Oh, this is 4. What am I in for?
Hey, and going back to my game, because I had to allow Kevin to get on the podcast, but the thing that I'm looking at for next year already is that JF and GW are both they're going to be in similar situations. They really don't lose a whole lot of anybody. I know JF loses a couple guys on defense, and I think one of them's going to Army, if I'm not mistaken. I might be one of the academies. I can't remember which one it is. I thought it was. Is it Kazee? Is that his name?
Just like
yeah, he's heading to Army next year. Dang, I didn't realize he was committed anywhere.
Yeah, so he's going to Army. They're going to miss a couple guys on defense. Hey, let me before we go any further, I have breaking news, and I wanted to read this.
Breaking news.
I know you think it's all fun and games, but let me find it.
Someone said this?
No, this is actually breaking news for some folks in our area. So I was sent this earlier. George Washington senior Chris Law was named Region 4D Defensive Player of the Year after playing a monumental role in GW's run to the Region 4D championship game. Antonio Matos, I'm going to butcher this name. I'm going to say Ramire Robertson, Stanford Lipscomb, and Cam Stevens all earned Region 4D first team honors to lead 12 Eagles on the list. So I just wanted to pass that along. GW's going to miss Mr. Law next year for sure.
Yeah.
That line is made up of a lot of sophomores, so they're going to be grounded and pounding again next year.
Just looking at the 4D playoffs here, the semifinals. So JF wins 4D. They're the lowest rated as far as power ranking, so they're going to get Verina, who is a 4 seed in their own bracket, but might be number 1 in 4D or 4A, just completely. So just a tough game. I mean, did the guys say anything about potentially playing Verina at the game on Friday night?
Never mentioned it. They just, the thing that I loved about Coach Cruz after the game, he allowed all of his coaches to speak to the team, and he made mention that it's been a long time since JF has won a region title, and he was very proud of that. So, basically, one step at a time, one game at a time, and let the chips fall as they may. I mean, I just think they, you know what I've said about Verina all year long. So I don't want to see JF season come to an end this weekend by no means, but I think they got a very uphill battle to climb.
Yeah. I mean, you just look at Verina's trip through the playoffs. I mean, they crushed Cortland 47-6, beat the number 1 seed Dinwiddie 34-0. Didn't Dinwiddie beat the smoke out of somebody early in the season too? We covered.
Yeah, I think they beat Hampton. I think it was.
I mean, just a juggernaut. Beat Huguenot there in the 4B championship. I don't know anything about Loudoun County or Lafayette. Can't say anything about them. Kind of looking at their playoffs. I mean, Loudoun County was a 1 seed. Lafayette was a 2 seed. Beat Phoebus. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I mean, that game will come down to being in Lynchburg there after the semifinals. So right for now, I think everyone's kind of agreeing that looks like it's a Verina state championship. But hey, just like I said, GW, the games have to be played first. So I don't know if GW is looking forward to maybe beating JF and getting that 2 seed and possibly make it the state championship. I mean, I spoke too soon, or maybe it wasn't in their head at all. I just don't know. Very, very shocking result.
Not to throw any shade at Phoebus whatsoever, but I thought maybe they would get there, and it's just Devin. It might be wrong. It was last year the 4-peat, and this is going for the 5-peat, or was it last year the 3-peat and they're going for 4? I think Devin's on mute, ain't he?
No, he muted himself. He's on mute. He's talking to himself.
Yeah, I think last year was their 4-peat because they already had their 3-peat jackets and everything.
That's right. You're right.
I hope is Matt still here? I hope Matt, if you're still here, send us a message. But because we need you for this one. Big Greg,
I'm gonna say this real quick, Eric.
Yeah.
JF they've been road dogs. They played Hanley tough. They obviously went to GW. I think it's obviously going to be a bit steeper of a matchup here, but we'll see. I mean, I think things could get interesting.
All right, Matt. I'm not saying I called it, but I think when we first started, Big Greg or Big G was very high on East Side. He said this is they're going to win this region very easily. I think I may have mentioned if we remember correctly, I think I mentioned Rykove's name. I said anything about Rykove there? Did I say that?
I think Matt brought up Rykove, and I think you ran with it. I think he said it seems like it's their year.
Oh my goodness!
And now all of a sudden you're running with it. You have selective memory from that.
I think I said Rykove first. I don't know. Matt had to clarify, but
no way.
I mean, 32-12. I mean, Eastside. What? Big G, it's your team. Anything to say?
Yeah, I think it snowed, didn't it? Did it snow?
Oh my goodness! Blaming the weather.
Well, and I also heard the bathrooms were out at the stadium on Saturday or Friday night, and everybody had to share. I think something happened on the visitor sideline, and they all had to stand on one sideline together, and it just it wreaked havoc.
Yeah, he did say that. That's exactly what it was.
I think Matt said that right after I said that. Maybe
Matt can actually tell the truth.
Oh, it was never close.
Wow.
Oh man,
Matt, can you confirm that the bathroom stalls were out on the in the stadium and that they had to share one sideline? That's kind of the story I've heard. And Eastside was being very generous on Saturday or Friday, whatever it was.
Wow. But I mean, just 1A in general, though. Like, I mean, gosh, I mean, I spoke too soon about everything. I mean, we've all said that Eastside was in 1D, that Alta Vista would win 1B. I mean, Riverheads wins 1B, and then 1A is Rappahannock. So I mean, nobody really was supposed to win who won. I mean, Grayson County won 1C.
Where did Buffalo Gap come from?
What is that?
That's what it was. Visitor concessions.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. No visitor concessions open. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Man, but still. So I mean, look at this now. I mean, Rykove and Grayson, that's gonna be a good one. Buffalo Gap and Rappahannock. I mean, God, I keep wanting to say these Western sides playoff games might be the state championship there in the state semifinals, but Grayson County looks really good. They played for a state championship last year. They rolled through 1C. Rykove with a huge upset over at East Side. Buffalo Gap, they marched to their bracket as well, beating Alta Vista, beating them to death by nearly 30, and then beat Riverheads by 27, I believe, too, in the state region championship. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Rappahannock beat Essex. I just don't know. What do you guys think about 1A?
I'm struggling with 1A.
I seem like you're preoccupied over there.
I think is he all right? I think
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take Grayson.
Okay.
I'm taking Grayson to go for
the
title.
Rykove.
Yeah, I think Rykove's they run out. Matt says Rykove. Why not?
I also said Rykove. Why not too? So I think we'll revisit this next week too.
Wow.
See what we said.
Hey, but you know what? Doesn't Buffalo Gap have to be the Cinderellas here?
Yeah, that's what I think. They rolled through 1B. They beat just about 30 points nearly, and then beat Riverheads pretty bad too. So I don't know. Did they still have some mojo left in that tank? I mean, I don't know anything about Rappahannock either, but I know they beat the number 1 seed, so beat them at 3.
And I'm on a site right now that says y'all talking about being preoccupied. Buffalo Gap has the public support right now at 60%.
What kind of website is this? What do you mean that they had the public thinks they're going to win?
Public has picked them. 60% of the public has picked Buffalo Gap to beat Rappahannock.
I bet it's
Grayson and Rykove or a pick 'em.
What website is this?
Yeah, what website are you on?
It's
people that
no, it's called SI. It's sportsillustrated.com.
Huh.
Sports Illustrated's keeping up with the 1A playoffs. That's crazy.
They got all of them. They got 2A, 3A, 4A.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I think that Rykove Grayson game's gonna be really good. They're playing at Gate City High School, so I guess Rykove will have the crowd there. I mean, I actually don't know anything about Grayson and Rykove where they're located, so I'm assuming that's a Rykove home game. Please don't shoot me here.
75% have picked Glenver. Wanted to let you know, and 66% have picked Strasburg in 2A.
Man, only thing about Buffalo Gap though is they're having to travel to Rappahannock. I'm assuming that's Rappahannock. They're out there on the beach, who we beat to death.
I think it's Is Rappahannock and Tappahannock right there next to each other? Ain't they just over above Richmond?
2009, Chatham varsity baseball team beat Rappahannock in the state semifinal game there at Radford University, even 14-3. So I don't have much more to say than that.
There's no bulletin board material in that one.
Yeah, so home game for Rocco. That's what I figured. I was like, I don't know how close they are to Gate City, but I wonder if that's just because Gate City has I think they have a decent stadium there too, from what I've seen. Anything else on 1A before we move on to the 2A bracket here, guys?
Right, no, sir. No, sir.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how to take this state semifinal game here. I mean, Glimmer's good. Glimmer's really good. Seeing them in person, I have a different perspective of them. I thought Union would handle them easily. Not easily, but handle them there at home. I don't know. Glimmer might be slightly favored in this one.
Pick them 75%. I think Glimmer's a 6-point favorite on the road.
I think they'd be slightly favored. I think they have a lot of guys out there, a lot of dudes. Not saying that Union doesn't, but Union has Keith Chandler, and that kid is a freaking bowling ball. I mean, that kid's gonna do everything for them to win. I know Cam Bostic, he's athletic, he can get down the field too. It's gonna be a really good one, a really good one. I'm not saying this is gonna be a blowout by no means, or that Glimmer has this in the bag. I just think that it's gonna be a really good one. I think Glimmer might be slightly favored, just from seeing Glimmer. That might be recency bias on my part there. Matt,
got a prediction on that one?
Yeah, I did want to see what Matt has to say here.
I think he says Hart says Union.
Yeah, the other one, Strasburg, they rolled to their bracket. I feel like, yeah. I mean, they didn't have any close games. Beat Central Woodstock 35-6, and they beat Stuart Strath 54-7. When we thought, Stuart Strath was a pretty decent team too.
Well, I think Bob was saying that's Strasburg. It's like their state championship to lose. So I don't know.
Really?
I think it's I mean, maybe it wasn't Bob. Maybe it was somebody else on that live show on that show we did.
I have bad memories against Strasburg. 2007, the Chatham varsity baseball team went up to Strasburg. We're up 4-1, I believe, and lost like 11-4 in the region semifinals. So I don't have a lot of things to say about Strasburg. Pretty good team.
I got a call from to Pennsylvania when I was up there after that game. I missed that game. Wow. Matt Mullins, 27.
So I'm the second. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a huge part because Glimmer can throw the ball. Just seeing Brody's arm. I mean, he and Trey were linked up, there for some short passes. I mean, they can also throw it deep. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
See, I understand where Matt's coming from right there, but I don't kind of like that comment that their secondary has improved, and then the B part of that was, we'll see how much. That's kind of a giveaway to me. I just think I'm not predicting a blowout either, but I mean, I was getting ready to say 35-24 is what I was going to say. So yeah,
man, I just don't think it's gonna be. I think Union's defense is still pretty good. I think definitely way better than. No offense to Gretna, but I don't know. I just think. Devin, go ahead and give your score prediction. No.
Yeah, I would say something similar to Union, the game they just had against Ridgeview. I mean, Union just hasn't had their offense clicking in the last couple of games. I mean, they beat Lee to death, but Graham and Ridgeview, they've not been putting up too much points. I mean, I would probably say like 24-14. I would say 21-14 or 24-14. I'm going Glimmer.
Glimmer 24-14. Okay. Yeah.
Other thing I want to bring to the forefront, yes, they could disturb their rush, could disturb the passing game. Yeah, I get that, but they also got to bring down a 6'5", 255-pound quarterback.
I think Union will have. Not saying it would be easy for them. I think they're gonna be more capable of doing that compared to what Gretna did. I mean, I think Gretna struggled to get through their line on both sides. I think Glimmer just kind of ran through their offensive line. I think you saw it in the beginning of the season. Gretna's line against JF. I mean, it was kind of the same thing against Glimmer. It was hard for them to keep up against Glimmer. I mean, especially with Brody out there on the outside. But I think Union is more prepared for that line game come Saturday. So I think it's gonna be closer. I'll still say. Oh man, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna go Glimmer 27-14. 27-24.
Wow.
27-24 over Union.
You want to pull let Devin on us, but I still think Union can win.
I think Union has some athletes that can win, that can turn the game over. So
Yeah.
Cam Bostic, Keith Chandler. I mean, that Bullet Park. I mean, there's Union has a lot of stuff on their side too. So I'm not saying that they can come down there and just march in there and beat them. No way.
This is Brody's championship to lose.
I mean, if Trey gets loose in secondary, then yeah, it could be not a long game, but I think they'll have a better chance of winning than. I mean, I was really surprised by Brody's arm. I thought he was just kind of throwing some ducks out there. The guy was throwing bullets to everybody out there.
I think them playing Graham the last 2 years is probably the will get them over the hump this time. I really do.
Yeah, they're very athletic. Yeah, so I'm saying that I agree, Matt. I think that Bullet Park is gonna be loud. I think it's gonna be cause some issue there for Glenberg. Hostile territory is what the guy told us in Georgia.
He did.
All right, so Saturday we watch out for that one. Let's see. Let's get to 3A. So making our way up here. Devin, you were there for the Heritage LCA game. We talked about that one already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, could we see LCA and Magna Vista there for the state championship?
It'd be nice.
It could happen.
It could happen. Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
I can tell you this on this site, nobody has picked LCA to win. 100% Kettle Run.
Whoa. I mean,
yeah.
One out of the one person who's probably voted on that.
That's true.
I cannot see, based on what I saw with LCA, they definitely have some offensive issues to fix, but I just don't see. I can't see Kettle Run scoring on those guys. I mean, they are literally like those were. I'm going to say this, and no slight to Magna Vista, but I think Heritage and LCA were the two best teams in 3A. Just watching that game the other day.
Kettle Run. I mean, just looking at I think they're what 11-1, 12-1. Yeah, 12-1.
What 12-1?
And they beat the mess out of Hanley, 34-0.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, beat Sharando 14-7.
But wasn't that was early in the year too, though, guys?
That was October.
Mid-season. Dang. All right, I take it back. I did not realize that Kettle Run was.
I mean, look at it. They have a few shutouts. I mean, they're not letting up a lot of points. Look at the points here. Lost 14-7, but their defense is pretty good.
34-0 over hand. All right. So this actually, I might have to take my pick back. I did not realize that Kettle Run was looking like this. I don't know.
I mean, it's I mean, I want to know what LCA is thinking about this game. I mean, this is like, I mean, I didn't realize how good Kettle Run's defense was. I mean, they're letting up maybe an average of 10 points all year per game.
Well, I'm sticking with the slap in the face as a 6 seed, so I'm sticking with my ammo, and I'm gonna go ahead and say LCA rids the playoff of Kettle Run, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout. I'll stick to something kind of cozy. I'll say 28-17 LCA.
Really? So so Kettle Run has not let up more than 14 points all year. They're going to get 28 to the LCA
this weekend. Yeah. Well, I mean, how many teams play the 6th seed?
I mean,
a 6th seed of this caliber. Come on, man.
Know
we could have had this team. The LCA could have been number 1 if they'd have won one game. You know that.
Oh man, I mean, I did the same thing against what Turner Ashby. I was like, well, Devin, what do you think? I mean, who you got in this one?
Gosh, I mean, I didn't realize that Kettle Run had that strength of schedule that they had with teams like Hanley and Sharando. Obviously, teams around here beat them, but
you saw what Mr. Coward did.
Walking off the ledge here. I mean, LCA has to Kettle Run. They struggle with Broadway to start the playoffs there. It was like a 14-16 game or 16-14 game or something like that, whatever it was.
Man.
Now they're going to Kettle Run.
Gosh, I mean, part of me wants to take. I mean, I know what I saw against Heritage, and the thing that's bothering me just a little bit is LCA's offense. The fact that I don't know how many times they started a drive inside the Heritage, 50-yard line or whatnot, but they could not convert, and it was concerning. So I don't know. And Kettle Run seems like they can put up, a good amount of points. I don't know. I might have to take Kettle Run here.
I mean, Heritage just so happened to be the number 1 team in this in 3A. So I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
So Pops, you hit LCA. What was it? 28-17?
28-17 LCA. I'm not backing off that one. I think LCA is in the state championship game.
Devin, you saw this. I mean, did they have a few penalties there? Callbacks.
Look at that. See, come on, Devin.
I recall 2. It could have been 4, but I know 2 for sure. Yeah, I mean, if they don't commit penalties, that's 4 touchdowns for them. You know, that's the thing too. It's like I'm saying
this weekend they don't commit the penalties and they score those 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll still go LCA on the road, but I think it's gonna be very low. I think it's gonna be like a 17. I think it's gonna be 17-14.
I mean, these teams know each other's like the back of their hand, each other's hand. I mean, they've played what 3? This will be the 3rd time in 4 years.
Man, gosh, I'm gonna take Kettle Run like 14-10 in this game.
Ooh,
my
goodness! Well, there went our interview with Rocco after the state championship.
You don't just sit there and try to please people with your picks. You just say what you think, and that's it. You know.
That was Kyle Hanley. 2911. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope LCA does get the win because I want them to face Magna Vista for a state championship there at Liberty. It'd be such a huge crowd if they can get that to happen. Magna Vista, they have a tough one. They have to go to Lake Taylor.
Oh, they got to go to Lake Taylor?
Yeah, they're going to Lake Taylor. So both our teams are on the road. Not fun.
Gosh. I do not like that at all.
Look at Lake Taylor's run through the playoffs. It beat 8 seed Colonial Heights 49-6, beat Norcom 42-13, and they beat Petersburg 40-26 there for the Region A championship.
I do not like that.
But I said all year, you know, pulls up. Magna Vista has the athletes to beat anybody. I mean, they could have maybe should have BGW, but I'm definitely not counting them out of this one. Lake Taylor's 11-2. Seeing who they play on their schedule. They've lost to Hampton.
They were number 1 in 3A for a while, or 4A. Norrie's number 1 in 5A.
Yeah, Morey, they're just really good anyway, so I can't really hold that against them. So I mean, I don't know. I still think Magna Vista has a chance. I'm not counting them out at all. I think this is definitely different from JF going to, Verona. In my aspect, I mean, my opinion. So I don't know.
Man, it stinks. This just got stinks written all over. So it's at.
See you, Matt. Yeah, thank you. It's at same thing.
Lake Taylor.
Yeah, Lake Taylor.
You know what? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm sticking. I said I saw that team play, and I don't think Lake Taylor has seen a quarterback like Simeon Moore, and I don't think they've seen a running back like Dukes that can back it up. They got weapons. They got weapons up and down the field. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going Magna Vista.
Who's your wide receiver that you were always talking
about? Martin, Mr. Martin.
He can burn. Scott?
Huh? Scott. Well, you got 2 Scott brothers. I mean, they can do it too. But Tyler Martin's he can burn anybody. So I'm just gonna go with Magna Vista. I'll go with your score, 27-24 Magna Vista.
I think this is going to be a crazy. I think it's going to be a kind of like a GW Magna Vista situation here. I think it's going to be like, if I had to give to Magna Vista, I think I would go 44-40 over Lake Taylor.
Wow.
I think it's going to be up there.
Victory. Listen to victory.
Have any thoughts?
I mean, if I pick Lake Taylor here, once again, I just look like the bad guy. You know, it's like,
hey, pick with your heart. Who you want to pick with?
So I would just travel.
Don't worry about the fans. When you go missing at one of these games, that's not
all the way out near the beach. All the way out near the beach like that. I think it's a tough road for Magna Vista to come away with a win, and they gave up some points. You know, I know they beat Lord Botetourt to death, but at the same time, they gave up like 35 points in like a 64-35 game or whatnot. And I think that defense is not going to get the job done. You know, they gotta step it up on defense. But I'm going to take Lake Taylor in a game similar to what Gregory said, just like GW. I think it could be like 42 to 35 in that game. But I'll say this to Mr. Cowart too. I think every time I've picked LCA to lose, they win. So hopefully they'll come out with a win against Kettle Run as well.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I just hope that both these teams can get W's and we see them, or y'all can see them at Liberty. But I did want to give a quick shout out to Trey and Rollin Hanks.
Nice.
Both got offers to West Virginia State, their first D2 offers. So they must have been at the game with me there on Friday. So maybe I helped do that. I don't know. Maybe.
That's good. You brought good luck to them. Yeah.
It's all because of me. No, yeah, it's gonna be interesting come playoff time. I mean, come state semifinal games. I would love to see a lot of our teams make it to state championships, but it doesn't always happen. We don't really have anybody in 5C anymore, or 5A. We don't really worry about that. So, anything else on football before we move on?
Did we say Verina?
Drill Carter. Drill, what's your score against Lake Taylor? I mean, what you guys gonna do on Saturday? I guess. I want to know that.
See,
yeah, what was that? It was like 60 to 20 something. Is that what it was?
65-24. One of them 64-25.
Oh, the 25.
I don't think it really matters when it gets to be that.
I think we all predicted that they would just roll that whole region. They just have too many athletes. Too many athletes over there.
I want to see. I guess I'm picking with my heart too, but I just want to see LCA and Magna Vista play for this title. I
would love to see that. As much as people think that I'm picking against their teams and I don't want teams around here to win, I definitely want to see Magna Vista and LCA in the state championship. I mean, that would be.
Do you?
Oh, there you go. There you go. See, that's why I look like the bad guy, because you make comments like that.
So we could see if the chips fell right, if we could see Loudoun County or Lafayette play Jefferson Forest in the 4A title.
Good. I did want to show you guys too. So Carter Cito, he's gonna be, I guess, a graduate transfer from Hampton City. So I think he's going to kind of explore some maybe some D1 offers, maybe, or at least D2. So Carter Cito, 4 years there at Hampton City, is leaving. Just a great career. First team All ODAC this year. 21 starts, 54 passing touchdowns, over 4,000 passing yards. So good luck to Mr. Cito. A previous District 2 Sports podcast guest.
He will be sorely missed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I didn't know so you can do that in D3 as well?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Because I know some schools offer graduates and some I really don't know. Yeah. Anything else on the football front before we move on?
I think we've covered it all. I think we've covered it all. Besides, Penn State can't find a head football coach.
Yeah, lots of moving parts there for coaches. Kiffin to LSU, Florida gets Summerall. Penn State, who was the first one to fire the coach, still has nobody. And I think the best hire out of all this, and I called this before, was Virginia Tech getting Franklin. He's already flipped the whole entire Penn State recruiting class to Virginia Tech. I think I called this from the very beginning. Who does Penn State think they are? Firing James Franklin, who has them, top 10 every year, winning games just because they couldn't win the big one. Now look at you. You don't have a coach anymore. I think I called that one.
Well, I just think this whole, I don't know what to think about this college football playoff. It just seems, the worst thing is that none of these, except actually, I guess the ACC championship means something. But the Big Ten means nothing. I guess if BYU beats Texas Tech, that means something. But it's just, I don't know. As y'all saw, Alabama moved up to 9 above Notre Dame. I guess that's going to allow them to have I guess a bad day. If they lose to Georgia, they'll still get in. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. And what I've heard on talk radio today was they're still talking about having a 16 and possibly a 24-team college playoff. That ought to muddy the waters even worse.
Oh, and now Gregor's muted.
And Gregor's muted.
After what he had to say earlier.
I had to say some things that y'all couldn't hear.
Yeah. So I think the fun part tonight should be we should pick a preseason or
Matt just came in after the old GW and JF talk.
He's right. That's exactly right. But doesn't the AC don't they have to take the champion?
I think so. Automatic qualifier.
Who's playing in the game? Duke and who?
Duke and Virginia.
Oh well. Yeah, I think they'll get an AQ. I think.
That's crazy. Duke could be 8-5 and go to the college football playoff. So,
Big G said something like GW went to sleep on the field too, or something like that. I don't know what he said.
Dang, I just said they had a rough night. Jefferson Forest ran the same play for just about every touchdown they scored, and GW just couldn't get over there to stop it. They just couldn't stop it. So, no, what I was saying was I think it would be very fun tonight to show either our ignorance or non-expertise in the basketball world and try to pick a top 10. I think that would, and then see how we roll afterwards. I mean, we put a lot of thought process into the football poll, so I don't think it would hurt to come up with a top 10 right off the get-go and then see how it goes.
This can be very difficult. It's way harder than it is for football. I think there's so many. I know it's the same amount of teams. I was about to say there's more teams in basketball. It's different for high school, but I don't know. It seems like I don't know.
I actually have 10 teams. I don't have them in any. Well, I do have one that's I feel stands out above the rest, but
before we get in, well, we're gonna do that. But I just want to share. So Matthew Hatfield there for I guess it was his rivals, whatever. He put out his top 10 for each class, and just want to provide some information here to maybe help us out a little bit. But that's 6A. We don't need that. 5A. He just had William Fleming there for honorable mention there in 5A.
Yeah,
that's the one to look out for.
And they got beat last night, just to let you know.
They lost to EC Glass, right?
Yep.
What was the score in that one?
It was by 3. I think it was 62-59.
Class 4, he has Hanley. Well, I don't think Hanley's in this one, right? Hanley's they're too far north. But John Hanley, they were forced last year. Watch out for them. But he has our guys, EC Glass there at 7.
And they don't, and he's got GW honorable mention. Okay.
Yeah, GW honorable mention.
And JF.
JF right there. That's something we need to talk to.
I don't think Thax is on here tonight, but he said, look out for our basketball team this year.
Coach Monroe, we got to get him on here. 3A. 3A is going to be just a mess.
All right. So everybody knows the story about number 1 Petersburg, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So the coach from John Marshall is now at Petersburg. Did he bring a bunch of guys with him too?
I'm sure he did, but everybody knows. Oh, good. Everybody knows what's happening in Petersburg. Petersburg was 14-10 last year, so let's just call it what it is.
Yep. So Western Armor, they're number 2. They actually beat LCA last night, I think by 7. Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. I think Hargrave, they've really stepped up their varsity program. I think back when I played, I feel like we were pretty much even with them and stuff like that. But now they're getting some guys in their varsity squad, so I think they're gonna maybe even leak over to the PG squad too. LCA there is at 4 for class 3. K Spring, Bruce and the boys at number 5. This might have been a shocker. I don't know. Northside is number 8. They lost last night to Hidden Valley.
But Hidden Valley's in the honorable mention too.
Yep, it has Allegheny, Hidden Valley, Bassett, who we talked to, Coach Mancino, Carroll County, who was pretty good last year, Christiansburg. He had Heritage Lynchburg too. I thought was different. 2A, our boy Colton Ward here, Nelson County leading off number 2, or 2A. Floyd County there, pretty good. Dang. Number 2, Graham,
Martinsville.
Gary Hall.
Yes.
They're at 5. I think who else is in here? Gate City, Union, Dan River, Devon's boys. Gretna. I don't know how Gretna is honorable mention though. And this team played for a region championship last year, didn't they?
I thought they did.
And then lost on a buzzer beater to Nelson. So I don't know. Then 1A, the Rays there. PH Glade Spring, Alta Vista there, number 3. Fort Chiswell, George Wythe, who won it last year. Yeah. So just want to share that. That's why maybe we can help us out a little bit.
Did you see that team in honorable mention down in 1A?
For that east side?
East side till you can't.
Well, we know they can't. They couldn't last
They
week.
can't do it. Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. To me, I think this is a clear cut number 1 already.
I do too.
And
There's no doubt it's it's got to be the same team. It's got to be.
I hope so.
They got 2 bruisers.
I hope I'm not off the.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Off on.
I mean, all right. Are we going to go on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. EC
Nelson.
Glass.
What is he doing?
He said, "What, me?"
Yeah,
I said EC Glass.
It's a
it
Nelson
should
County.
be Nelson County.
Nelson County, what? Over EC Glass?
Yes.
Oh,
How could you not take them number 1 with those 2 big boys?
I'm not saying they're not top 5. I'm saying I think EC Glass. I think they were in the state semifinal last year.
Well, I was going to put them probably number 2 because wherever Jahil is where you go with EC Glass. But I don't know how you can't have Nelson County number 1 with those 2 boys.
Yeah, I mean they just destroyed Spotswood last time. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if
all right, fine.
If you want
Nelson County.
No, Devin, don't you back off of it. It's Nelson.
But yeah, I mean they also got.
I'm not saying I would have Nelson County top 5 for sure, but I just don't know where. But I would have EC Glass my number 1. I feel like the way they play defense, and we talked to them last year, they get after it on the different side of the ball. And they take good shots. Played Atlee tough, who won the state championship there last year.
Played Atlee tough, but Nelson County just beat the team that won the state championship last year. So I mean, I guess they don't have Chico.
Atlee was 4A.
Okay. All right. I mean,
we won already, Devin. It's okay. You ain't got to fight about it no more.
They lost their lost a kid to CNU. Lost like you just said, Pacheco.
Devin, you ain't got to fight no more. It's okay.
I'm not saying this. See, Colton Moore was our player of the year. I think I got Colton Moore the player of the year last year for District 2. So,
I mean, Ward, Carter, Giles, and they got another kid, Jason Ross.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Next week we will have a PowerPoint because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to come up with a top 10 tonight. It's just going to be a bunch of arguing. It seems like.
Yeah.
So, hey, Gregory, on that article for 4A, who else? Can I see the 4A once again?
Who do you need to see? EC Glass number 7.
No, I know, but I need to check and see if another team's in there real quick.
Oh boy, here we go.
I just want to make sure.
I don't see Atlee there.
No, that ain't who I was going to say.
Verona?
No. Maybe they potentially honorable mention.
JF.
Wow, they're not even honorable mention. Wow.
Who are you talking about?
I mean, with my buddy up there playing power forward up there in the Roanoke County area. Who? Salem. Yeah. Why? I just can't believe they're not mentioned.
Cam Bowles. Yeah.
Cam Bowles. I mean, golly.
I didn't think about that. I mean, we're also factoring in teams that have already played, right? I mean, Glass beat a 5A honorable mention there, and William Fleming.
He's gonna fight, Devin. I just don't think you can. How can you put out Nelson right now? I mean, they finished up as our. Did they finish up as our number 1 team last year?
No.
Okay, they finished up, but they had the player of the year and they had the coach of the year.
Yeah, Coach Watson, great coach. Okay. I agree.
All right, I'm not backing off of that right now.
All right, so that's kind of 1. This is like him putting like Graham number 1 overall in football last year.
Well, that's coming up too. So Glass is 2.
The Glass is number 2.
Yeah,
LCA there.
I like Glass at 2.
Okay with that.
All right, so Nelson. I think never mind. Forget it. EC Glass 2. I hope Coach DJ is watching us.
He loves us. What are you talking about? He
He's
probably
coming
don't
after
want
you.
to be number 1. He probably don't want to be number 1 this early.
No.
You can't do that.
Nobody wants to be number 1 this early.
Yeah.
So why y'all put Nelson there? That's messed up then.
Just I don't know how you can fight with you got 2 6'8" guys in the paint. I don't know how you can fight with that.
Bryce Giles, I think, is probably 6 foot. 6'1".
I hope he's listening too. I think he probably say he's like 6'3", 6'4", but
Taller than that.
he's not 6'8", 6'6".
He's 6'4", 6'5".
I think he's 6 foot. I think he is.
Oh boy!
This guy
Let me turn into Max Presbyterian real quick.
Oh, here we go. Max Presbyterian knows everybody's heights too.
They do.
I was listed as 6'1" on Max Preps. If that gives you any. So take away like 2 inches probably.
All right. So who's number 3 here? So we have 4A, number 7 gone. EC Glass. We have the number 1 team in 2A. Gosh, 3.
I was going to say LCA.
I would say LCA as well.
I say LCA as well. LCA number 3.
What's his name?
Bryce Giles.
Okay, he's 6'2". Okay, so
I mean, just saying 2 6'8" guys there in the center. Who's gonna beat that? I mean, all right, number 4. So we have Nelson 1, EC Glass 2, LCA 3, 4.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Bradley, and I'm saying this correctly, not Burnett, but Burdett is listed at 6'8". Colton Ward is listed at 6'8". So hey, they can go big. Okay, anyway.
Number 4.
Number 4?
Yep.
Hold on, let me get rid of a couple of people right here.
This is gonna be a crapshoot. I would have Northside, but Northside just lost to Hidden Valley last night. I don't know if I can put them up there right now.
I'm gonna go with the Graham G-Men.
I would have K Spring there at 4.
Well, see what the big guy up in the corner says.
I mean, I don't even have a top 10. So
Graham was number 4 in 2A.
Is Carroll County on any preseason lists at all?
They're honorable mention. K Spring is, and also this is just
K Spring's got the kid who
John Turner Jr.
Yes, I mean I'm okay with K Spring there.
Okay.
K Spring at 4.
Is that
honestly,
is that Cave Spring or is that Cave Springs?
K Spring.
Okay.
Honestly, we should probably put them at 10 because there's a certain coach we cannot get on here to save our lives.
Oof.
I hope you listen to that too.
He always looks like he puts on 10 pounds every time he gets on camera. I think that's what's wrong. He don't want to get on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. He'll text us and chat with us, but he won't get on the podcast and talk to us.
And guess where he was last night? And I didn't hear nothing from him.
Where?
Westover Christian Academy. Wow.
Yeah. Action brand new.
Starting to see who our friends are now.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this these rankings at on Virginia Preps?
I don't know. It's under Hatfield. Just go to Hatfield's page on Twitter.
And y'all worried about me picking up SI.com, and he's going some Hatfield and McCoys over here.
This guy, he lives VHSL sports.
I'll say this too, by the way. I've been watching just Kettle Run highlights on Max Preps, and I'm feeling a lot less confident in my pick now. But I'm gonna stick with it. I just, not that they're a bad team. They don't have the size to in the trenches, I think, to compete with. We'll see though. We'll see.
I can't back up now. All right, so number 5 here.
Number 5, I would go with, and this is just speaking from last year's team. And they just beat the mess out of somebody last night. I like Patrick Henry Glade Spring right here.
I like Floyd County.
All right, I'll go Floyd County. That wasn't a bad pick.
Devin, who you like? I guess it doesn't matter.
Let's go Floyd there. Let's go with it.
Mr. Harmon would like to hear that.
I cannot find these rankings. This guy, I think he's lying to me.
It's probably his own PowerPoint.
I'll make a PowerPoint next week. I'm gonna make sure we get this under control. From here, I mean, I don't know. I don't know from here. I mean, they said they just lost last night. William Fleming lost to Glass. GW beat Lynchburg, or Heritage Lynchburg. GF is pretty good.
I'm
Valley.
going to stick with my gun. I'm gonna go with GW at 6.
The Eagles.
Eagles at 6.
Are we including Hargrave in this or no?
No, Gregory said no.
Publix only.
All right.
So GW at 6.
I mean, if y'all agree with it, I say GW's got to be 6. They beat William Fleming last night, didn't it? No, Glass did.
Yeah, GW beat Heritage Lynchburg.
Yeah.
I think Kobe had like 28 points maybe last night. Yeah, I mean, like I said, from here, it's just, I don't know. I don't know where we're going.
I want to say Graham or Patrick Henry Glade Springs right here. What's our buddy out there, Patrick Henry? With his brother went. Is that Wise?
K Wood.
Cole's brother's still there, isn't he?
Yeah. They have had that guard too. I can't think of anything all of a sudden. So number 7. Here we got number 7 here. Jeez.
I mean, I would probably go with Graham here.
Okay.
Did y'all
I like it, Dad.
Okay. Both y'all have Graham at 7. I mean, I really don't know. Like I said, I just throwing stuff out there. 8. Jeez. So we still have Northside. We still have JF. We still have William Fleming. We still have
Gretna,
Martinsville.
Down River, Alta Vista.
Gretna.
Martinsville, yeah.
Gretna, I mean, Martinsville looked pretty good. They won. I think they beat this tar out of Moorhead last night.
I'm still going with somebody that I just feel like last year and can play. I just feel like Patrick Henry Glade Springs is right. Is got to be in the next 3 picks somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know if they have much more. I think having Cole and his brother there and having the guard.
And I want y'all to know something. I looked at their schedule. They're playing some teams this year.
So Patrick Henry Glade Spring?
Yeah, you might ought to look at it real quick. Well,
Martinsville beat Moorhead by 30. Let me see Patrick Henry Glade Spring.
Because I think they're got some kind of Christmas tournament that they're playing some teams out of somewhere. I thought I saw that today. Maybe I dreamed it. I could have been taking a nap.
Devin got any ideas?
No, I'm still trying to find these rankings that you pulled up. You don't have a link for that?
All right, so let me
go to his Twitter page and then
I'm on his Twitter. I don't see anything.
What about
somebody? Hatfield, go down to December 2nd. It says Virginia Preps. Okay, folks. Yes, it's still football season. You click on that link.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
So how could we go wrong with a Alta Vista right here or Gretna?
What was Alta Vista's record last year?
I don't think they had a superb season, did they?
Who? Gretna?
Alta Vista. I'm looking.
I'm
on this, guys. I got this.
I'm nominating Wayne Fleming for number 8.
Alta Vista beat Amherst County last night. 68. Oh, Monday, 68-60.
Oof. Yeah, I'm going Wayne Fleming. The 3-point loss to EC Glass, who was our number 2 team. That's a tough game to start off with, first game of the year.
All right, so 24-25. Is that what I'm looking for, Devin?
Yeah. You're putting them in after a loss like that? I mean, it's a good loss, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 12-15 last year, Devin, so that's...
Yeah.
So you putting Fleming in right now at 8?
I would say so.
All right, I'll go with that.
3-point loss last year. I mean, we're gonna know very quickly how good how good they are, because they have Glass, Spotswood, and then Glass again, and then it says Spotswood again. So I don't know if they're playing these two teams like
wow.
The first 4 games are EC Glass and Spotswood, and then they play Patrick Henry and then George Wythe.
See, so, that's another one. That's the state champion right there, George Wythe.
Did we already put PH Glade Spring in?
No, we didn't.
And And we haven't put George. What'd you say, Gary? George Wythe when they beat them to death. They won the state championship.
They got a good team last. Yeah, they have a really good team. They have
lost
David Good.
Lost Kittner, didn't they?
Yep.
All right, we have some decisions.
All right, so this is where I'm at, and I'll tell y'all I don't mind. So 9 and 10, and I got 3 teams. I got Peach, Glad Springs. I got who did you just say?
Win Fleming.
Oh, George Wythe, and then Salem. I don't know how you can't consider Salem with Cam Bowles. I don't know what's going on there.
I put Salem at 10. So we just don't know.
They haven't played yet, as far as I know.
8 and 9. I mean,
I thought we had Fleming at 8.
We're actually going Fleming?
Thought y'all said that's what we was doing.
Fleming can play themselves to number 1 by the end of
the week.
Before we get to Christmas.
Before next Tuesday.
I mean, their schedule is brutal.
Who was their head coach? We got to find that out. We got to find out who's putting that schedule together up there.
It could be Max Preps just like messing up, but it says Glass 12-2, Spots with 12-6, Glass again on 12-9,
well,
and then Spots again 12-12.
Let me go to Glasses. Let me go to Glass and see what it says.
Glass has Fleming, Roanoke Catholic, Fleming. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So it's true.
Did we put JF in?
No, not yet.
So I think the 4 teams probably are JF, PH Glade Spring.
They have 2 wins already by 30 points each.
Who was that?
JF. I think JF gets
Let's go JF.
Let's go JF. I like JF.
JF at 9.
I'm a new JF convert.
All right, so that's it then. So Nelson 1, EC Glass 2, LCA 3, Case Spring 4, Floyd County at 5, GW Danville at 6, 7 Graham, 8 Fleming, 9 JF, and 10 Salem. So we're leaving off Martinsville, George Wythe, Bassett, Allegheny, Northside.
How does who did Heritage just lose to? GW? What was that score?
I think they lost by like 20.
Oh, did it? Okay, so Heritage is not going to be in any kind of consideration this year, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
I mean, here we are. We got Gretna, Dan River, and Alta Vista all looking in through the window. Martinsville. I mean, this is going to get good. I like this.
Jerry Hall's I think there's more teams we consider this year. I mean, we left off Gretna, left off Martinsville with.
Man.
I mean, we might have to do a top 20, top 15.
Yeah.
For basketball?
Yeah. There's a lot of good teams.
If y'all want to expand it to 15 right now?
Y'all want to do that? I feel like that might be too much.
Well, I mean, we could do it and then cut it down to size later on. You don't think
we have 1 Nelson. Not Glass. EC Glass is 2.
Let's do 12. Let's just do 12.
All right, who would you have 11? George Wythe?
Yeah, I'll take Wythe.
4K Spring. The thing is, this is all going to change very quickly because they're playing multiple games a week, so we're going to know who's doing what. 7, we have puts out to the fans, Graham. And so people might be upset with us in the beginning. But hey, this is, like I said, we haven't seen anybody. They just played their first game. We don't know anything. I think football was easier just because you knew their history and you knew, all right, they're historically they're going to be pretty good. Even though y'all had Magna Vista off of the top 10 initially, but
oh boy, yeah, even though y'all moved Glenver from 7 to 9.
George Wythe
after going 13-0.
12, we have who? No, we got Northside too, though. We don't know. The Northside, are they not great this year, or they just lose to Hidden Valley, who's pretty good?
And Hidden Valley is the honorable mention, but to me, listen, and I'm not taking anything, and I think Coach Pope would agree with us 100%. He lost a ton. He lost a ton, and he does have the big boy back in the middle who was a ninth grader last year. He's back in the middle, but I just ain't prepared to put them in the top 10, 12 right now. I'm just not.
Wow, tonight it's top 12 team.
You know what I'm thinking right now? And I'm thinking that maybe we're being gracious hosts if we do this. I'm willing to put Martinsville at number 12.
Devin, you're the deciding factor here.
Who did you say?
Who was at
I
11?
have Northside.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, George West is at 11.
I mean,
they are 0-1.
Who was that?
Northside.
Well, ain't somebody else 0-1 on this thing?
Fleming is
Fleming. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's go with. I mean, I think Gretna. I would put Gretna there. I'll say it. I'd put Gretna there.
Wow, so just not.
Yeah, because he's got the quarterback, right?
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah. He just finished. Ooh. I say Northside, Martinsville, Gretna.
All right.
Like y'all to get the pinwheel up.
Yeah. Get the wheel.
I think y'all agreed.
No, we ain't agreeing with nothing. I ain't agreeing to it.
Gretna 14.
I'll agree to what the wheel says.
Who's Big Greg's team here?
I said Martinsville. I would be willing to put Martinsville in.
I had Northside. Devin has Gretna. Oh, but you know what? We forgot PHK Spring.
Yeah.
Golly. I think we go Northside, PHK Spring, Martinsville, Gretna.
So would that give us 15?
Yeah, we give us 15 right there.
All right, so let's do that, and then let's not keep 15 all year. I think you got to make it to where you got to earn your spot.
I think we give it maybe like 2 weeks, and then we trim it down to the top 10.
There we go, Devin. I'm 100% with you. So who we got? George Whip and Northside?
I think we keep 15 all year.
I think you're just trying to get fans.
Oh. All right, here's our top 15 for college basketball, high school basketball, everybody. So
hold on.
We'll get the graphics out. I haven't been on the graphics in a while, man. I need to get back on it. All right, there's our top 15. Everyone who's watching. So Nelson.
Dang, I'm stuck.
I did not have some of these teams where they were, but it's 2 against 1, or there's 3 of us here, so it is what it is.
So 13 is PHGS, Martinsville.
I think
and then Gretna.
EC Glass will be number 1 very soon. Not saying Elson County will lose. I think Glass's their schedule will put them up there.
Okay.
I
think that's solid right there, don't you?
I think so too.
I mean, nobody's in there that doesn't deserve it.
Let me see who Nelson County plays real quick.
He is going to beat this.
Not like Nelson County. He does not like them in front for some
reason. I love Nelson County. I love Bryce Giles. I love Colton Ward. I love Coach Watson. I love him.
But
I have nothing against them. I think they play Spotswood again on 12-4. So if they get 2 wins against Spotswood, I mean, yeah, they're right there.
But what? What is so just because Glass beat William Fleming last night?
I think Glass historically they played great defense. If you had Nelson versus Glass, I would take
playing each other.
Yeah, I would take Glass in that game.
I'm just not going to say that would be the exact pick. I can't say that this year.
That's just me. I would take Glass in that game if they played each other.
I would like to see that game, by the way.
It'd be a great game.
I would love to. I think Glass. I think their defense, just historically, Coach DJ, he puts his guys out there.
Well, listen. So if we're looking at this, so LCA happens to be 0-1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Fleming's 0-1, and then somebody else. Did y'all say was 0-1? Northside. Yeah. So I mean, we've gave everybody a fair chance. So
yeah,
it's what they do with it from here on will either make or break them to the top 10.
Yep. All right, we've been here for an hour and 40 minutes. I think it's time to rest.
And I just want to say a very, very special thanks to Coach Kevin Clifford for joining us live tonight.
Yeah, shocking.
It's a special person to do that live with us.
Yeah. I'm glad you told him it was live. He didn't like just go off on a tangent and start cussing and ranting, raving, but I don't think he'd be that type of guy anyways.
He's not. He's not that guy.
He's probably dead asleep right now.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll put out the top 15 here for high school basketball. We may expand it to top 25 by the end of the year.
No. Gregory, one last thing. We need you to start firing away. It's at the VHSL or whoever you get in touch with for state championship Saturday.
I got y'all. Definitely for 3A, right? I mean, we guess we see the games. We'll see who plays where.
I'm trying. I was trying to think today. I was trying to plan. I was like, man, how would the 2A game? What time? That would be the late game, and then the LCA and Magna Vista game would be the early game. I would think. And so it would be possible. I'm wondering how possible it would be from going from Liberty down to Salem Stadium and making, or vice versa. If it worked out that way, it would be.
I think on a tangent, but there's no reason why 1A, 2A, and 3A can't all be at Salem or no, actually have them all at Liberty.
Yeah, exactly.
Liberty they have a turf field.
Yeah.
I think you probably pay 4 games there if you space them out correctly. And if you had a game at 10, the next one at 1, 4, and 8 or something like that.
I think you ought to join the VHSL and become president. And
I have a lot of great ideas. I don't think they want me there. I don't think they would lose money or not make much money they want because I'm for the kids and for the fans. Wow, I just can't wait to say that. Now we're gonna no one from the VHSL will go on here. It's calm. All right, we'll end on that one. All right, guys, we'll see y'all.
All right, y'all.
Next week.